the Supreme Court has today given no new ruling at all. In fact, the Supreme Court has washed their hands of the matter by admitting defeat. 7 months ago, in November, they asked the government to do five things. One is to make shelters, two, to make ABC centers, number three, to remove the dogs from universities, hospitals, railway stations, and bus stops. In 7 months, the government of India and any state government has not made a single ABC center, a single shelter, including in Delhi. In Delhi, you had 20 ABC centers, now you have 10. So it's gone the other way around. And not a single one of the 54,000 universities has taken out a single dog because there are no shelters nowhere. And also because the students' movement is very, very pro dog. Secondly, and all the railway stations have said we can't take out dogs from railway stations because it's an open field. Dogs come from all over the place, as do monkeys and other animals in search of food. But 10,000 people go there every hour upon the hour. How do we protect them? Hospitals have refused for the same reason that our gates are open. Patients come in. Each patient brings 10 family people who feed animals there while waiting.
Yeah.
How do we stop this? So, in 7 months, the government has not done one titch button. Now, the Supreme Court has lost a massive opportunity to do a scientific judgment. What they could have done was to just do two things. If they'd done two things, the problem would be over immediately.
All right.
One is to recognize that the ABC program in India is a failure only because the government, there is massive corruption in it. Municipalities are raking in money while pretending to sterilize and not sterilize. There are mafia groups that have taken 20 districts, one person, without a doctor, without a setup. He's been given contracts to do sterilization. In Madhya Pradesh, they found one district in which not one sterilization had been done, but 1,600 dogs had been paid for at the rate of 2,000 rupees each. Okay? To that one person who was a government servant himself, his wife had been given the NGO. So in Chennai, one NGO has taken 11 district contracts without having one doctor. So if you're going to do that, the Supreme Court could have said two things, which I would even now say. 780 districts, make 780 ABC centers, train 780 NGOs. Every district has got animal welfare people, but do you know how many NGOs are trained in the whole of India? 16, 1 6. Let anybody go to High Court now, we'll fight it there. The point is, Supreme Court has acknowledged that government has not done one titch button of thing. No dog has left any public space. No dog has left an institution. No ABC centers have been made. No shelters have been made. No money has been put by the government of India. The same government of India, which is paying 3,000 rupees per woman in every state they go to election in. Surely they can put the same amount of money into making ABC centers. Even a city like Faridabad, which is doing a good ABC job, has had to take one house on rent because they didn't have an ABC center. So I'm saying you take 780 houses on rent. Chalo. Make those into ABC centers instead of spending on bricks and mortar. Train 780 NGOs, give them the contracts, pay them a respectable amount, and be done with it. And monitoring committees. Not a single district has got a monitoring committee. So the contracts are all going to fake NGOs. Last night, in the Prime Minister's own constituency, there at 7 o'clock at night, a senior engineer of the Heidel colony in Varanasi decided that government servants don't need dogs. So he brought in private vans, he loaded up 50 dogs, and he went and he threw them into a slum colony. All right? We spent the whole night getting them back. Now, where are the bites coming from? Whether a German tourist or an Indian tourist, they are important to me. Any child that gets bitten is my child. The point is, who are they? Let us do a survey of who's being bitten. 90% of the bites are of poor people, poor and lower middle class colonies. And why? because the RWAs and the government colonies are picking up dogs and throwing them at night into poorer colonies. Now, when a dog gets relocated, he is frightened, he is he is hungry, he doesn't know what to do, he is going to bite somebody. Suppose right to live with dignity, if we're going to invoke Article 21, then let us invoke it for everything. I have the right to live with clean air. But because of government mismanagement, a 16 lakh people die every year of air pollution. I have the right to live without pesticides in my food. How many lakh people have died of lead poisoning in this country? How many people, 10,500 people die daily of being hit by cars? Do I not have the right to walk
No,
on the
you're
roads
absolutely
without?
right, ma'am. You're
So are
absolutely
we
right.
going to invoke Article 21 for just dogs, or are
No,
we going to apply it all over the place?
I think the court has reprimanded the authorities as well. The courts clearly observed that the state cannot remain a mere bystander when you've got children, elderly citizens, foreign visitors that continue to face these threats. Do you think with these kind of raps on the knuckles, now the authorities are going to start working, or it's going to be the same lackadaisical attitude that we've been seeing for the longest time?
Well, since the Supreme Court has not ordered any money into the program, since the Supreme Court has now said, don't come back to us, whether you do it or you don't do it, go to high courts. So why should anybody worry about it? It will be business as usual. If they called the chief secretaries last time and threatened them and said, if in 3 months you don't put your houses right, we will show you. And in 3 months, in 7 months, they didn't touch anything. Do you think they're going to get scared now?